Good morning. Happy Sunday. I was just at the store to get all the fixings to make pasta for dinner tonight. And the guy who's checking me out, like ringing me out, not checking, maybe he was checking me out, I don't know. I'm a pretty boy. But he is their accountant at this store. And I was like, what are you doing up here? He's like, everybody here has to multitask in order to justify their job. So he does accounting and he works at the cash register. I'm like, wow, like it's crazy. We're in for some bad times as a nation when, in order to be able to justify your job as an accountant at a supermarket, you also have to ring up people up front. Whew. Times are tough. Anyway, while I was in the supermarket, someone emailed me, hey, aren't you ever going to cover the partial summary judgment from Chile? So in DeCastro versus LVMPD, they had filed a motion to dismiss, and it was treated as a summary judgment. So motion to dismiss is based just on the pleadings. If they've introduced anything else as evidence, if they want the court to consider anything else as evidence, like for example the body cam videos, they can still write it as a motion to dismiss, but the court can treat it as a motion for summary judgment. In this case, the court treated it as a motion for summary judgment because the moving party, i.e. the attorney for the police and for LVMPD, submitted the body cam videos for the court's consideration. At the time when they did that, I was like, well, I don't know that this is going to really help them out because basically all the video camera can do, all the video footage can do, is show that there's no apparent excessive force while the camera is pointing at the particular location. Like he might not be able to say that his ball sack was punched at the time that the video camera was on it, but that doesn't mean at some other time when the video camera wasn't on it that his ball sack didn't get punched. And it wouldn't show the squeezing of his arm, his ulnar nerve or something like that. He was complaining it was squeezed too hard and it hurt, and cried and cried and cried. So I didn't think it was going to do too much, but I thought they might be able to get rid of some more issues. And I put the bar for Chile as surviving the motion for summary judgment, and then he can go and he might be able to get the case settled. Well, it worked out a little bit better for Chile, but at the end of the day, it's the same kind of metric. Now, the court granted summary judgment on some issues, denied it on other issues. The long and the short of it, my takeaway, I'm sure that you'll go to other channels that'll read the entirety of the 51-page ruling. But my takeaway on it was that this court is unlike the Nevada State District Court. The federal court for the District of Nevada was excellent in laying out the groundwork, showing the rationale, showing the law, showing the reasons why the judge, I think they're both women, so I think if the district court judge is not a woman, I apologize. But the federal district court judge stated exactly what she was ruling on and exactly why she was ruling on it. You could just follow everything point to point to point to point. It was clear and it was thorough. Whereas the district court was like, oh yeah, it's covered by the First Amendment, and hand waved it away. The federal district court had at least my interpretation of it was the federal district court was like, the state district court's decision is not helpful at all. And I agree that the state district court wasn't helpful at all. And so I think the federal district court was picking up along a lot of the same lines that I was picking up. But again, at the end of the day, what does it all mean? Winning on some, losing on some, what does it mean? Well, all it means is that Chile survived with more causes of action intact, which means that he can negotiate for a little bit more money, in theory, at the end of the day. And that's not to say that he has a better case or anything like that. His case is the same case that it was at the get. The cops didn't need for Chile to be guilty of it in order to have a justified arrest What they needed was to have probable cause, or at least arguable probable cause, which is even a lower standard of probable cause. So really, none of it really changed much of anything from my legal perspective. You know, you might find a legal scholar out there who's jumping up and down, woo, Chile won. You might find another one out there, woo, Chile lost. And I'm over here saying, well, nothing really changed. Because at the end of the day, this should not go to trial. Chile has an attorney now. That attorney is good at getting settlements, and settlements are what Chile should be gunning for. And there is value now in this case. The value of this case is however much it would cost LVMPD to defend it all the way to and through trial. And so that's really what Chile's going to be negotiating against and trying to get a settlement. I don't think he has any other real damages. I can't fathom any other damages. He lost on the unlawful arrest, so trying to get any damages out of his jail time, not happening. So best I could tell is that this could and should settle, that Chile should get some money out of it, that the amount of money that Chile gets out of it is going to be based on how good his attorney is and how good opposing counsel is. And you know, honestly, while I don't think this is the situation, there are always situations where defendants are like, you know, fuck you, come and get it. You know, we're going to trial. I'm not giving you a penny. I've seen those cases before. They're very rare, especially when you're dealing with a non-natural person. If you're dealing with a corporation or something like that, where it's not really their money, and a city is a corporation. So where you're dealing with that, you know, you might find out that they are willing just to fight it all the way to the end. But I don't think that's likely to happen. I think what's likely to happen is that Chile's going to get a payout. I know a lot of you are going to get pained to hear that, but that's the way this process works. If you can survive the motion to dismiss, then you're in good standing to get some money. And he's going to get some money. And I would bet you it's going to be in the 5-figure range. I mean, I don't think it's going to be deep into the 5-figure range, but I'll bet it's going to be in the 5-figure range. I could imagine him walking out of there with $15,000, $25,000. So for all of you Chile haters, you know, sucks, don't it? But he survived the motion to dismiss. He has value to his case, and the value to the case is how much it would cost to take that matter to trial and through trial. And I could easily see taking that matter to and through trial, 50, 60, 70 grand for the city. Why not pay him 15 to 25 to go away? Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching. I'm just super busy. You know, I mean, maybe someday I'll get back down to being able to do a lot of streams. But when you are running your own practice and you're doing work for other people and you've got a constant flow of business coming across your desk, it's hard to find the time to live stream for hours and hours. And if there is an attorney who is, I don't know, an expert at handcuff injuries and a civil rights attorney and a personal injury litigator, and he's also drafting legislation and working as a lobbyist, who also has time to stream and who demands like $5 donations or else he won't be able to stream, well, you might just want to look with a critical eye at what he's doing. He's not that busy. I remember back when I was just working as an attorney for another law firm, as it was my only job, just one law firm that I was working as attorney for, and I'd work, 8 hours a day. I mean, it was the good old days. The good old days. But you know what? My pockets weren't as full then as they are now, and so, you gotta give up something to get something. So, anyway, all I'm really saying is that Elon's full of shit. He's not nearly as busy as he pretends. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.